All right, first and foremost, I built my dream PC. I got an RTX 2070 Super. Absolute beast. I got it on sale, and I'm a little bit bummed out right now. Dude, the new series, the 3000 series, is basically the best series of cards that you can buy. They're like 40, 50, 60% faster than their 20 series, 2000 series equivalent. Okay, so I bought an RTX 2070 Super in January. I bought it for around less than $550. New. EVGA. They're selling an RTX 3070 for $499. Comes out in October, by the way. There's also an RTX 3080 and RTX 3090. So the 3080 is going to be $699. The 3090 is going to be $1499. Nobody can afford the $1499. Most people can't afford the $699. The $500 one, it's going to be better than any RTX 2070s, 2080s, TIs included. And it's a quarter of the price for RTX 2080 Ti is like $1,200. And the RTX 3070 is going to be $500. Dude, I don't know what my next purchase should be. Should it be one of these graphics cards or should it be a 4K monitor? Because if you don't get a 4K monitor, you can't use the graphics card to what they're intended to be, unless you're like 3D modeling and like engineering or freaking aerospace or something like that. I don't know. But the point I'm trying to get at is NVIDIA is the king of the graphics cards. And not only that, they went out and purchased ARM from SoftBank for $40 billion. Now, a lot of people don't know what that means. So, let me try to explain. So, ARM is basically a company that specializes in making mobile device processors. So you'll find it in Apple, Samsung, Qualcomm, stuff like that. And they're really, really necessary when it comes to, especially the way NVIDIA is probably going to use them, mobile gaming. Mobile gaming is the future. Everybody, you know, has a mobile game on their phone. And it's getting to the point where, I mean, like, just take a look around us. You got PUBG Mobile coming up. You're going to have, like, I'm calling it right now, Nintendo is probably going to have all mobile games eventually. When they're over the console wars, they're going to be like, you know what? Let's just take over the entire mobile game market. So with NVIDIA being the leading maker of GPUs, and ARM also designs them, they basically just got a bigger part of the market share, except ARM specializes in mobile devices. The thing is there's a line for ARM that they have for Nintendo Switch. And they also do CPU design and other mobile hardware. I mean, NVIDIA is just trying to take over the space. And they're more known for just being, essentially, like, they have a hell of a gaming department and marketing department for that. But if you have anything for 3D modeling, Revit, stuff like that, you're going to want like an NVIDIA graphics card to be able to handle that much power, especially if the project's massive, you know? So I'm seeing a couple of different tweets, especially from Bloomberg writers. They're saying that SoftBank, who bought ARM in 2016, NVIDIA at that time was worth about $30 billion. Right now, they're valued at $300 billion. That is insane growth in 4 years. I'm terrified to even look at the stock market for NVIDIA right now. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? Now, NVIDIA pretty much wanted to have CPUs for phones like back in the day, and they kind of they weren't successful. They kind of gave up. But with them being worth this much money, and then thinking to themselves, hey, we should probably go buy ARM, see what we can do with these microprocessors, throw them in some phones. Now everybody's gaming on phones. It's like they're future-proofing themselves. So one of the things that they've been complaining about, at least in The Verge, writers are complaining. They're saying that the acquisition will face regulatory scrutiny in an environment that's less friendly to mergers than any time in recent memory. Now, we're getting to the point where, especially GPUs, you pretty much have AMD and NVIDIA. And now NVIDIA is breaking into the microprocessors to try to take up that market. Now, NVIDIA and ARM don't directly compete with one another, so it's not one of those things where it's a merger that can be illegal, but it's one of those things that's going to be frowned upon. Honestly, when it comes to NVIDIA right now, I'm just going to be looking forward to seeing all the new PC builds and all the new frames per second people are going to be getting in 4K. I just want to see some water blocks, RGB. I mean, it's cheap. It may incentivize me to go out and get one, but I'm just going to wait. Feel out the crowd. Let them test it first, you know? And then we'll see what's going on.